So classic Harleys have an iconic air filter in between the two cylinders on the side of the engine, but as my V-Rod's got fuel injection, it doesn't need an air cleaner on the side of the engine. It's under the tank on top of the velocity stacks, which is very technical. But Harley, in their wisdom, have put the horn on the side of it, which is a boring horn, and even worse, under this simple silver cover. It's real tacky, I think, and I don't like it at all. So that cover can go. So that's out the window with the rest of the junk. We're going to keep the horn because that'll still work under there. So I've had this idea of using what's called a Tibetan singing bowl in place of that cover. Yeah, so they're used for meditation in Tibet and elsewhere in the world. When I bought this, it was singing a bit of Elvis, so I thought a bit of Elvis, Harley Davidson, a match made in heaven. Oh, now before we rip it apart and wreck it, I'm just going to let you hear it sing, and it's simply this. It's not singing Elvis, I don't know why, maybe it's faulty. Everyone knows what a singing bowl is now. I've been buying Harley Davidson belt buckles, which are actually brass, which is really handy for me, because what I can do, I can cut the Harley Davidson logos out with the angle grinder. I can burn all the paint off, and then they're just pure brass, and then they can be soldered on top of the singing bowl, and it'll look really cool. In fact, it'll look like a genuine Harley product. So let's go over to planning, and I'll illustrate it for you, show you what it's going to look like, and then we'll come back here and get it produced. See you over there. So just for a bit of fun, I'm going to give you a bit of Elvis now. It's the one for the money, two for the show, three to get ready now, go, 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 but don't you step on my blue suede shoes. You can do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoes. There we are. I was right, it does sing Elvis, so let's go in the garage and get it built, yeah? So before we get in the garage and the workshop to make the bowl, there's a few things we need to do. We just need to work out radiuses and circumferences so we know where we're going to drill it. We also need to work out how it's going to fix to the bike and how the horn's going to go in it. the workshop then and try and get something made. So as we said, we've got all the bowls marked up for the holes. I've actually run some lines from the centre down through it to there, so I've got some points where I'm going to do the bigger holes. So I actually went for the same amount of holes because I think it will look good because the outside ones are larger anyway, so we'll see. But these have to be super accurate, so we're going to have to centre punch each hole. So I'm just going to go through and do that one, yeah? Start on that one. So, wow. That's done that. What we need to do now is get drilling. This drill's about 100 years old, so it's a good drill. It's been going strong. So here we go, let's drill. As you can see, we're going to be a long time doing this, so we might have to go into time-lapse mode in a minute. So that's one circle done on the first pilot holes, so now have a cup of bit of tea. And I'm probably going to put slightly larger drill in. No, probably not actually, let's just do it. That's hard work. Brass is really hard to drill through. If you go fast, it don't make it any quicker. All it does is overheat the drill and blunt the drill. So you have to go at a slow rate and it chips away at the brass. And that's the way I'm told you do it. Wow. So, I think it's time to peel all this paper off so we can see what's going on. So all the holes are marked anyway, so we'll just get this off and then we know where we are. I don't know where this paper affects it, so I would say not, but who knows. So I've just rung my brother, the engineering helpline, and he said to me that the reason the drills aren't cutting very well is, he said it's going to sound weird, and it is going to sound weird, it's because they're too sharp. Apparently, we've got to blunt the drills off, because when you drill brass, you drill it with a negative rate angle. And he said, then you get chips, and I like chips, so let's get some chips. We've got any tomato sauce? But anyway, all joking aside, I've got this drill here, which I've just sharpened. Now somehow, I'm going to try and put a negative rate angle on this. So that means just blunting off the edges, the two sharp edges either side. So, never done it before, but let's do it. And it's so fiddly with such a small drill, but let's see how we go. So here we go then, guys. Stop the video. Basically, I was drilling with a small drill and I worked up to this one. They said work up to the biggest drill, but then I jumped, probably being impatient for this size drill. And I've had an absolute nightmare with it all, but I'm going to show you that now. So here we go. No way, just had a disaster. Pushing too hard with a blunt drill, that's what I'm doing. I wonder if we can braze it. Okay, as you can see, I cracked the bowl after all this work, you know, it was a lot of work and a lot of drilling. I cracked it, but I didn't think it'd be too much of a problem because I can braze brass, you know, I've got brazing rods here and I can fix it, rub it down and it'll be okay. But as you saw, it wouldn't melt this and it wouldn't melt the rods into it. So what I found out subsequently is that this isn't pure brass. This is made of brass and some metal introduced into it, which makes it cheaper. So that's why, strangely enough, it's not a very brassy colour, it's a little bit off colour. I've always been a bit suspicious of it anyway, but that's life now, you know. I was impatient and I've broken it, and what I'm going to do, I'm already ordered an actual pure brass bowl which is on its way to me, and that'll be here tomorrow. And then what I'm going to do, in one day I'm going to do the whole thing. I'm going to planet drill it, you know, I've done it once, so it's very easy to do it the next time. But more importantly, I'm going to have all my drills sharpened by an expert sitting here waiting, so I can get the drilling done very easily. Then we can get the badge put on it, the Harley Davidson badge soldered on it. Then we can get it polished and then get it on the bike and you guys can see it. But thanks for your patience. I hope you have liked this video, even though it hasn't ended well. But the second video of it will be good and you'll see it on the bike, and hope you watch that one as well. So cheers and thank you. Just remember, we like it when you like us, and we like it more if you subscribe. We really do appreciate it, so subscribe if you can or want to.